What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to another episode of Jett Storm's My Career Mode here in WWE 2K15. It is the silver anniversary of the series, as it's number 25 on tap for you today. And in this episode, it's Survivor Series, Team Cena versus Team Orton. And what a better way to kick off this matchup than to have the two team captains squaring off in the center of the ring. Randy Orton and John Cena going head-to-head to kick this match off. But of course, following this pay-per-view, we've got more of my career in store. We're going to have to see how Jett Storm can respond after this Survivor Series tag team matchup. Is he going to continue in the main event scene? Or is he perhaps, is this perhaps just kind of a one-shot deal? I mean, because after this, we're all out of pay-per-views for this year's cycle. So next episode, we're going to find out what Jett Storm's new set of pay-per-views are going to be, and who he's going to be competing against. So after this episode, kind of the cycle begins again for Jett Storm, and he goes on a new path. But for now, he can't even afford to look past this matchup, because he's going up against the likes of Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, and Jack Swagger. We do know Jett Storm has beaten Swagger in the past, and as you can see right now that Swagger's tagged this matchup, Jett Storm really wants a tag, but alas, John Cena can't get to the corner. Jack Swagger shuts him down. But of course, he may have beaten Swagger, but then we've got Del Rio and Orton to deal with, who are, more established main event talent, and Jett Storm, I don't know, we're going to have to see how he'll fare against those two. But as we can see right now, Jett Storm gets in off the tag, but Jack Swagger's going to cut him off before he can even rally the troops, and he takes him down with a Northern Lights suplex. But Jett Storm right back to his feet, hits a drop kick, taking down Jack Swagger. And this could be the opening for Team Cena to really get out of the blocks, because so far, John Cena really took quite a beating from Team Orton. But as we can see, a nice roundhouse kick to the back of the head of Swagger there from Jett Storm, as he's just unleashing with a flurry of educated feet right there. I'm kind of curious, whoever came up with the term educated feet. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what Jett Storm's unleashing on Swagger here tonight as he tosses him over the top rope. And here we go. Drop kick right there from Jett Storm, taking Swagger out to the outside. And as we can see right now, Jack Swagger, he's got to take a moment to recompose himself. He's kind of, oh, look at that shot there from Jett Storm, taking down Orton, as Jett Storm really just trying to fire himself up here, trying to get himself a good starting point here in this matchup, try to launch Team Cena into a more dominant role. As we can see, Swagger now makes a tag to Orton, and in comes the Viper, who takes down Jett Storm with an uppercut, and he knocks the Big Show off the apron there. And this is the opening for Team Orton. DDT right there from the Viper, as the Apex Predator of the WWE begins to stake his claim here in this matchup. And Jett Storm, well, he got a bit overzealous there, was trying to get his hands on Jack Swagger, and that could cost him as Orton takes him down with a nice drop kick. But as I said in the last episode, we're going to have a couple of My Career Mode videos prior to the Elimination Chamber. There should have been a My Career episode on Monday, which would mean this is probably going to be uploaded on Tuesday, and then I think there's going to be one for Wednesday, and probably the pay-per-view will be uploaded on Saturday, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a video out Thursday or Friday, although I'm going to have a ton of My Career footage recorded. But otherwise, just the way my schedule is looking this week, I'm not going to be able to have the time to upload the video unless it'll be, later at night or something. But regardless of that, let's focus back in on the matchup here, as Jett Storm's picking up Del Rio now, who's tagged into this matchup. And Big Show looks like he really wants a tag. But this is kind of a proving ground for Jett Storm here. This is an opportunity for him to make a name for himself on a grand stage. And it looks like John Cena, though, he manages to tag himself into this thing. And Storm and Cena now looking to take Del Rio down with a double suplex right there. And I think Del Rio, his foot may have just caught the Big Show there. And Big Show, as you can see, he really wants to tag into this matchup. I'm sure Big Show has got some beef with Del Rio, as really once Del Rio was tagged into this matchup, Big Show really wanted to get himself a piece of Del Rio. And Big Show enters the matchup there, and Del Rio now, he's outmatched. This is probably the biggest asset for Team Cena. So you've got the 7-foot tall, 400+ pound giant behemoth known as the Big Show. And that's a huge size and power advantage that Team Cena is going to have over Team Orton right now. But in terms of, pure wrestling ability, I think Team Orton has got the edge. I mean, we take a look. We've got Jack Swagger, a 2-time All-American. We've got Alberto Del Rio, who's got one of the most devastating submission moves in the game today. And then we've got, of course, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. I don't even really think I don't even have to mention Orton's credentials. I mean, his story is well documented. And then we take a look at Big Show, who, he's got the size, the strength advantage, but beyond that, there isn't much else to the Big Show. I mean, he does have experience as well, and that's one thing that Team Cena has, is the experience factor. And look at this. Oh, a nice double team there from Cena and Jett Storm. But Storm, he's got to get out of the ring. He doesn't want to get his team disqualified. And oh, big punch there from Swagger, knocking Storm off the ropes. And well, I think Jett Storm kind of deserved that one, to be fair. I mean, he wasn't even the legal man, and he went in and attacked Jack Swagger. So that punch was kind of warranted from Storm. As you can see, Big Show right now, he's managed to recover and delivers a nice backbreaker there to Jack Swagger. And Big Show now, it looks like he's going to make a tag. In comes John Cena. Although I think Jett Storm wanted a bit of a tag there. But regardless, Big Show tags in John Cena, which, is probably a good strategy. Cena, he's been out of this matchup for quite a while. He's probably the fresher of the two men on the apron. As now Jack Swagger, he's getting the fight brought to him by Cena here, who delivers a nice one-handed bulldog there. But this is not the corner Cena wants to be in. He wants to be in his team's corner. He wants to get Jack Swagger out of the corner of Team Orton and into Team Cena's corner. Because right now it looks like that could cost him. Swagger hit a nice counter, and now he's got Cena up on that top rope. What the heck could Jack Swagger be thinking here? Oh, this is not looking good. He's up on the top. Oh, what a move there. What a maneuver by Jack Swagger, taking Cena off the top rope with a nice underhook suplex. And now, like I said, this is why Cena does not want to be in this corner, because it makes it that much easier for Team Orton to tag in and out, bringing the fresher man as now Orton enters this thing. Nice back suplex there to John Cena, dropping him almost on the back of his head. As Orton now. Oh, what a kick right there to the arm, and this is vintage Orton right here. Just sadistically picking apart John Cena, stomping on the open limbs of Cena. And right now he could be going for a cover. That could do it here. But there's Big Show in there to break out the pinfall. And wow, he even took out the referee. Well, that's sure an effective way to break up a pinfall. Because, I mean, if the referee's not conscious, they can't count the pinfall. That's for sure. And John Cena now makes a tag to the Big Show. Although, once again, I think Storm wanted a tag, but Big Show and Cena want to try to handle this themselves, it seems. Try to keep it between the two experienced competitors, because that's one thing they have that Jett Storm lacks, is experience. And perhaps Jett Storm could let, his emotions get the better of him here. And that could very well cost Team Cena the match in the end. So maybe that's what Big Show and Cena are thinking. And they're kind of trying to work together to I've completely forgot the word I was going to say. Try to take down Team Orton, try to disassemble them. Maybe that was the word I was looking for. I don't remember. But anyway, Big Show right now, he's got Orton right where he wants him. And look at the strength of Big Show as he takes him down with a nice military press. And just the height of the Big Show just makes that much more impactful for Randy Orton. But now Orton, nice DDT, taking down the Big Show. And that's but Big Show right back to his feet. And this is another DDT from Orton, but that's the problem you face when you take on the Big Show. It's just going to take a lot to keep this man down. But look at Orton. He's got Big Show down right now, and this is a good strategy. Try to wear out the big man. And nice way to try to wear him down with that submission hold. And there's a kick to the gut of by Orton. But Big Show with a nice body shot takes Orton, knocks him back for a second, but then Orton with a nice counter takes the Big Show down. And you can see Jett Storm is really eager to make a tag here. But Orton could be looking to hit the finishing touches on this one. Go for the RKO, and he hits it. And that could do it. That could spell the end for Team Cena. 1, 2. No, but John Cena just gets in there at the last moment to break up the pinfall. And this is where chaos can potentially ensue. When someone goes for that pinfall and someone else comes in to break it up, that's when you tend to see the fights break out. And, you know, the whole matchup just breaks down. It becomes almost like a 3-on-3 situation all at once. I mean, instead of having just the 2 men competing in the ring, we'll have, you know, there's just going to break off in pairs and start fighting each other. You can see Big Show, can he make the tag? Storm was reaching, but Big Show makes the tag to John Cena. In comes John Cena with an uppercut to Del Rio. And now Cena knocks Orton off the apron, taking out the team captain. And look at Cena now. Oh, what a nice suplex there. A nice gut-wrench suplex from John Cena. And Cena now looking for a submission hold, trying to wear Del Rio down. But Swagger quickly gets in there to break it up. But right now it's Del Rio, Cena, the 2 legal men. Cena tosses Del Rio over there into the corner. And what's he looking to do here? Maybe trying to tag in the fresher man. And Jett Storm tags himself into this matchup. And while Jett Storm, we saw he was kind of, you know, he was brewing over there for a little bit. He was ready to tag into this matchup, but he kept kind of getting the cold shoulder from Cena and Big Show. So Jett Storm decided to take matters into his own hands and tag himself into this matchup. And, well, right now he's taking Orton off the ropes, but, oh, he got a bit too overzealous. And Swagger, all he had to do was just pull down that top rope. And Jett Storm's own momentum sent him crashing to the outside. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where Jett Storm's emotions could get the better of him. But a nice counter to the suplex there by Storm, and he delivers a nice knee lift right there to the gut of Swagger. But Orton now tosses him back inside the ring. And Jett Storm, even if he wants to remain the legal man in this matchup, he's going to want to have to get Del Rio over there into Team Cena's corner. Because if he's in the corner of Team Orton, well, that's just, it's going to make it even more difficult for Storm to tag out if he needs help. And it's just going to make it that much easier for Team Orton to tag in and out, keep each other fresh, and just slowly wear down Jett Storm, just pick him apart, just completely dismantle him. As Del Rio right now back to his feet, but there's a nice drop kick to the knee by Jett Storm. And he could possibly be going to set up the calm before the storm. And he hits the Shining Wizard to the back of the head. And that could put Del Rio out here. Storm, he's manages to flip Del Rio over into the cover. But as you can see, there's Orton and Swagger right there to break up the pinfall. And Jett Storm now delivers a clothesline, taking Swagger off the ropes. But that momentary distraction provided an opening for Del Rio, who's going to take Jett Storm down with a vertical suplex right there. And Cena now steps into the ring here, and he's going to break up that pinfall attempt by Del Rio. But right now, things are not looking too good for Jett Storm. He might have to make a tag out of this thing. Oh, what a nice left hook there from Storm. Staggers Del Rio. And Jett Storm right now, he's got Del Rio in the corner. And now just unleashing a flurry of elbows right to the sides of the head, right to the temples of Alberto Del Rio. And Del Rio's certainly going to be feeling those elbows in the later stages of this matchup. And what's Jett Storm going for here? He's got Del Rio down. Oh, what a move! A nice running face wash. The boot to the face of Del Rio. And Del Rio, he's struggling to get back to his feet right now. That had to knock him completely for a loop. But Del Rio with a nice counter. Tosses Storm over there into the corner and delivers the Enziguri, the head kick. And Jett Storm could be out cold right now. Del Rio goes into the cover, but there's John Cena right there to break up the pinfall immediately. And Del Rio right now just measuring Jett Storm, just waiting for his victim to get up to his feet. But Storm countered whatever Del Rio was attempting there with some elbows to the sides of the head. And oh, there's a kick to the gut. And we know what this means. Jett Storm. Storm out! He hits it, the somersault cutter. And that could just put Del Rio out of this thing. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, but once again, Orton and Swagger right there to break up the pinfall. And that's the problem with these 6-man tag team matches, is they're always there to break up the pinfall. And especially considering this is Survivor Series. This is an elimination tag team matchup, so it's going to make it very difficult to eliminate even just one man if the other 2 teammates are just going to step in there and continuously break up pinfall attempt after pinfall attempt. But Swagger now delivers the running chop block to the shin of Jett Storm. And that could take him out, as of course the back of Storm's head smashing off the mat there, but there's Cena to break up the pinfall. And Swagger now. You know, Swagger, the freshest man in this matchup out of either of the two teams at this moment. He's taking the least amount of damage. Well, Storm's looking to fix that right here, but oh, counter from Swagger. And now a DDT there from Jett Storm. As you can see, Cena and Big Show, they want to tag into this matchup, as Storm's been in there for quite a while. Oh, but he's looking to set up Swagger here for another Shining Wizard. The calm before the storm. But Jett Storm this time, he's being a bit smarter as he takes Del Rio down off the apron before he goes for the pinfall attempt on Swagger. But he didn't take care of Orton. And, well, you know, even at that, it gave Swagger more time to recover as he kicks out there. But look at Swagger now. A nice side suplex there, taking Jett Storm down to the mat. And this could provide a huge opening for Swagger. And it looks like he might be setting him up for that gut-wrench powerbomb. Swagger just laying in wait here. He's going for the powerbomb. But wait a minute. Oh, Jett Storm counters with a beautiful DDT. And Storm makes a tag. And in comes the team captain. In comes Mr. Superman himself, John Cena. And Storm now taking a moment over there on the apron to recover himself. I mean, he was in that matchup for quite a while. And now Swagger just tosses Cena over there into the corner with such force that it drops Cena to the mat. And now Swagger just showboating. Elbows to the side of the head and now, or the side of the ribs, I should say. Well, I don't know why I said the head. And then, of course, with a few push-ups there, just showing, you know, how he is certainly in that ring. In terms of pure wrestling ability, he's John Cena's superior. At least that's what Swagger believes. And now just stomping away on John Cena here. Cover by Swagger now. That could be it. But it won't be because there's Big Show to break up the pinfall. And now Jett Storm going right after Del Rio here. And he takes Del Rio down off the apron there with that nice hook. But Cena now, he's got Swagger up there for a nice half Nelson neck breaker. And Jett Storm right now, he's measuring Del Rio on the outside. No concern for what's going on in the ring. And it looks like he's going to go. He's going to go for the finisher. Storm out to Del Rio out on the floor there. Meanwhile, in the ring, John Cena's got Jack Swagger right where he wants him. And delivers the attitude adjustment to Swagger. As Storm takes Orton down now. 2 count and 3. Orton couldn't get back in the ring in time. And wait a minute. This Survivor Series. I thought it was elimination. Okay, apparently not. Apparently it's just a normal tag team matchup. Thanks, Career Mode, for getting the continuity correct of Survivor Series. Because, you know, all Survivor Series tag team matchups totally were never elimination. You know, that was never the case whatsoever. Anyway, that's, this episode, not to harp on Career Mode, but I mean, come on. You have elimination tag team matches in the game, but I don't even know. But you know what? That's probably for the best. This episode was already 18 minutes long just at this point, without it being elimination. So, you know what? Whatever. Whatever. It happens. Anyway, that's a victory, a big-time victory for Jett Storm and his team, as Storm gets a victory on one of the big 4 pay-per-views. And here's a tweet from John Cena. Great job, team. I think we made history tonight. It's been an honor teaming with each and every one of you. So, now John Cena, he can move on in his career, make a new t-shirt, and probably challenge for the WWE Championship. But as for Jett Storm, we'll see what happens with him in the next episode of My Career Mode. Keep on YouTubing.